I want to take a few seconds at the beginning of this video to tell you about our other channel, The History of Weapons. That link is below. When I first started this channel many years ago, I didn't call it God, Family, and Guns because it was a clever name. I called it God, Family, and Guns because those were a set of values, a set of principles that at the time I believed most of America stood for God, godly values, believing in God as a provider and a protector, that family was important to everything around their life, that family is so important to us. But raising a good family is also based on godly principles. And I think most of America truly desires that their families be safe and successful, and that's really all we could ask for in our families. And then guns, because it stands for standing up against evil. It stands for the weak being made strong, the meek inheriting the earth. It stands for this principle of relying on self for protection, relying on God for protection, not relying on government, not relying on any other thing, but realizing that there is evil in this world, and we should be able to stand up and protect our neighbors and our loved ones. And that's why we called this channel God, Family, and Guns. That's why we end every video with love God, love your family, and love guns. So it's very exciting to finally be able to announce that we are selling shirts and hoodies and some merchandise that have those three principles on there, because I believe that, I wouldn't say most of America, but still a good chunk of America stands for these things. And we're not just selling this merchandise because we want to get our logo out. We're selling this so people can stand for something, to finally stand up and say, these are values that are important to me. These are things that represent what God represents. These are the things that, show that I have a heart for the things that God has a heart for. It's representing who we are and what we stand for. So we're starting with a few offerings. We will be expanding this line quite a bit. We will be adding a few things from the book of Revelation to some merchandise and that kind of thing as well. And we also want to take some time and ask what you want to see. What is it you would like to see? So all those links are below. All those links are below. It's a great opportunity to represent something that I believe in America. I think that most Americans would say they stand for these things, but I think what you'll see in their life is something totally different. And these values of God and family and being able to stand up against evil, these values are fading into something totally different than what God has intended. And that's why these kind of things are so important. So love to hear your thoughts on all that. Click the links below. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. If you feel called to support this channel through Patreon, that link is also below. But the most important part of this channel is we take prayer requests, so don't ever hesitate to send that in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.